Good morning, everybody. Happy homesteading day on the church. I came out today. Got to put some composting in the composter. Check on the garden. It's supposed to rain all day, so came out here first thing. Look, this here, and this is not ready. I'm gonna take this flower off. It's just a male flower, anyways, but we don't want that sucking any more life out. That thing needs to grow. So we're going to leave that flower down now. We're going to take it off. This is things we do and when we're homesteading is in the morning, you check to make sure you don't have little guys like this with things that are too immature. If your plant's not ready, take the flower off. But that being said, it's not why I came out here this morning. We're just coming out. I have a message for y'all today. So we're having coffee in the garden with the Lord, and I came out to check on these little guys. So our little caterpillar friends, and I call them friends because there's two of them. And I was actually sitting in bed this morning, and I was laying here, and God gave me a really, really big vision for these guys in this plant, and I wanted to share it with you today because there's nothing better than God smacking you with a word through your garden, and I just love it. I think that's one of the things I love about gardening is relating it to the Bible, and I keep saying that, but you're going to keep hearing it. Sorry, but this is my fun. And these little guys are on there. Yes, they're eating it. Look, they already took a branch out. They're getting a little fatter. They're not quite ready to go, but the reason I'm showing you these guys and my fennel is this fennel is one of my favorites, alright? If anybody knows my adventure the last year of gardening is fennel I discovered last year, and I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites. You can use all of the plant, the whole entire thing. These are really good for spices. And it gets a bulb down there. It's kind of looks like an onion. And this is it's like a carrot / onion family dill. It's considered the carrot, but we'll just say that. So this thing here, I just absolutely love, and I planted it late last year. Actually, I didn't plant it late. I smushed it in and didn't realize it needed space to grow. So when I divided it up, I only had this top part to eat. I did not get to eat the bulb yet. But this is amazing. It's very high in magnesium. It's one of the highest things in magnesium you can find, and it has other nutrients in it that you just don't get on a daily basis. It's one reason why I love it. I love the taste. I love the fragrance. I love how it brings stuff out. Can't wait for the bulb. But with that being said, why I came out here today because, I have these two little guys on that plant. And we're like, why don't you take it out? It's killing your plant. It is. But I'm sacrificing this one plant. You know why I'm sacrificing this one plant? So all the other ones can live. So those peppers over there, I know they need weeded, can live. So all that stuff down there can live. What happens is those two little guys, or male and female, whatever they may be, are going to turn into beautiful butterflies. When they turn into beautiful butterflies, they go from this, they look like Stiller Nation, into a butterfly. And when they do that, they're bright, they're beautiful, they're a beautiful new creation, right? There's life in them. And they pollinate. They go from one plant to the other, and they pollinate. When they do that, they save all the rest of these. They pollinate it, and they multiply. And those other plants are brought into a beautiful, beautiful harvest. And it's just amazing. So I'm sacrificing this one plant, which that one entire plant may not even die because it's pretty mature enough that depending on how long those things munch that thing may survive. The reason I'm giving that up is it's just like Jesus. In the Bible, in the Old Testament, what happened? He gave their first fruits, their sacrifices in the Old Testament. And they gave the best of the best. They gave their best lamb. They gave their best goats, their best birds. And that was their offering to the Lord for their sins, right? Well, who else did that? Jesus. He gave up the one. He was the one. God gave up the one. He was the one. Sorry. And he gave his life up for us. Why? To save all the other lives. It's kind of what's happening with that one fennel right now. I love it so much. It's one of my favorite plants. And we know God loved Jesus. It was his one and only begotten Son, that whosoever loved the world, he gave up his one and only begotten Son. Why? To save all the rest of the world. He gave up the one for all the rest. It's kind of what's happening with that fennel plant. Like, okay, I'll sacrifice one plant so that the rest of my garden can get pollinated. We all know, like, pollinators are very limited right now. They've been going into conspiracy theories, Some people have been taking them out. That might be the case. It might not. We do use a lot of pesticides. We don't have a lot of gardens anymore. Too much. We mulch. There's things that we do that we were told was really good, and it's actually not good for the environment. Our grass might look good, but it's taking out our environment. We're just killing things off that we need. And those things, unfortunately, save us. It's called food. And what do we need to do? Eat, right? So we need the food. But we're killing it with our pesticides. This all reminded me of Jesus this morning because he gave his life up for us. And if God can sacrifice his one and only Son that lived a sinless life, sure, he can give up that one fennel plant to save the rest of the garden. Because there's just one. And that's what God thought. And that's what Abraham thought. And, we need to remember that message. It's so simple. And oftentimes we forget that what Jesus did for us and what our Heavenly Father did for us. He gave up that one sacrifice. That one pureless lamb that was spotless. Because when they sacrificed in the New Testament, it's supposed to be pure. It's supposed to be spotless, right? And that's how Jesus was. He was spotless. He lived sinless. Even though he was tempted. He had many temptations. Just like us. We were tempted every single day, right? And so was Jesus. He went and he fasted. And what happened during his fast? He was tempted. Satan came up and was like, do you want all that? And he's like, no. And he used the word. Many times we are also tempted, especially when we're lacking something. You're lacking food and you're not eating. You're tempted, right? If you're lacking the word, Satan gets in and temptation comes in. When we're lacking prayer, he comes in and he tempts us. And we got to stay up on everything. And, we can't lack anything. And when we are lacking, we got to be ready. And we got to know that, sometimes we got to sacrifice. Jesus sacrificed for us. He sacrificed that one plant. Or that one plant. That's me. He sacrificed his life, and God sacrificed his life, his Son, so we could be saved, right? And I'm sacrificing that one fennel so the rest could be saved. But it might not just be my garden that's saved, or my family that's saved, because this is my family and my garden. It could be the whole world. Like that. I don't know where those two are going to turn and fly, and what they're going to fertilize, what they're going to bring life to. Are you spreading the gospel? Because that's what this is. They're going to grow up and they're going to spread the gospel. They're going to purify. And they're going to spread the word. And they're going to spread, and they're pollinating. It reminded me of us spreading the word and souls, winning souls and saving souls, right? What do? We go and we spread the gospel. Well, they're going to spread the gospel by simply pollinating the rest of the garden, and who knows what else. And we're gonna speak now. Another fennel by Toby stepping on it. So we spread the gospel. Well, they're gonna pollinate just like we pollinate the news. They're gonna spread some nutrients into people, and that's what we need to be doing, because Jesus sacrificed for us. If you want to learn more about him sacrificing for us, message us, because he came and he died for you and for me and for the rest of the world, and he gave his life up, and he came back to life. Just like they're gonna die, they're gonna go into a cocoon. They're all ugly, they're nasty, they go into a cocoon, just like Jesus went into the tomb. They come out and they bring life, and then they spread the gospel to everyone else. That's what we need to do. Jesus, bring them into our heart, and then spread the gospel to the rest of the world. If you want to be a part of that, let me know. Message me, comment, let us know. We want you to find Jesus in your heart, because he came here for your salvation, and he sacrificed, just like this fennel is sacrificing its life to save yours. So contact us today so we can pray with you and bring you to salvation, just like Jesus came and died for you.